Nerd Soul.
Yeah, late ill kid at one youngster. Hold it down, bring it that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of specials. We have a special guest today. Y'all know who I am, but it's not important right now. All right, we got someone. We actually have someone who hasn't been on the channel in a long time, but she's able to still remain young in that long time. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes you don't see me for a long time. I look old, right? But then you don't see her for a long time, and she's still young and fresh. So you know what I mean? Things happen. But I would like to introduce you guys to Zion Brocknax. What's up?
Up.
So real quick, just so they know, introduce yourself. Tell them what you do.
Hi, I'm Zion Bronax. I'm an actress. I've been in Day Shift movie on Netflix, and I've been on Transformers Earthspark.
Oh yeah. Now I've also seen her on some commercials too. Don't be sleeping. The girl's been doing the thing. But all right. But we're here to talk about most most important Transformers. That's right. You know, the robots in disguise. Now, I've been a fan of Transformers for a very long time. But you are now, deep in the Transformers lore and story. My first question is, were you familiar with Transformers before? And if not, how do you feel about Transformers now?
I was familiar with Transformers before I got the role. I remember I was in my cousin's house and we were watching Transformers. And my cousin, he has this giant black beanbag. So what we would do, we would like call on a character we wanted to be, and then we would like run and jump around the stuff and like jump on the beanbag and do flips and stuff. So that's how I knew Transformers before I got the role.
Hey, you know what? That's actually not a bad. That's actually not bad at all. Oh, that's a good way to get to know Transformers. I mean, you're jumping, you're flipping, you're rolling around, trying not to get beaten the Cybertronian war. I mean, it's tough out there. Um, Now that you're in Transformers Earthspark, we've seen some trailers and stuff, and today it's dropping. From your perspective, describe Transformers Earthspark from where you come from.
Transformers Earthspark for me, it's like it's about family and it's about equality, and that's kind of what I like about the show of it's how inclusive it is for everyone. So that's something I really love about the show, and I love how in the show it's not just about the Transformers or it's not just about one thing. It's about everyone.
Cool, cool. Now I will say, I mean, you said that word family. I don't want Vin Diesel to come in and try to take over your spot. All right, because when you say that special word family, I mean, we can't say it too many times. We'll be like, look, he doesn't have friends. All right, he only has family. Uh, I've seen the trailer. I've been looking at all the clips, and we see that we now have two new bots that are in here. We have a new villain. We've switched around a couple things like Megatron. Give us some insight to your character. Who do you play? And also kind of like what's her perspective in the world of or the town of Witwiki.
Okay, well, I play Mo Malto, which is the daughter of the Maltos and the younger sister of Robbie Malto. We just moved to Witwiki, like you said, and we're kind of just trying to settle in. And I'm kind of like a little big sister. I'm the youngest one, I'm the littlest one, but like if you mess with my family, it's not gonna be fun. Um,
This is okay. I see where you're coming from. I mean, sometimes it makes sense to get a little overprotective. And I I asked this about the weapons that you and your brother in this series get because you don't want to just be protective. You can be protective. Like you guys, you're not just sitting walking around like, hey robots, stop that. Like you have the ability with some without being too spoilery, I guess enhancements. Could you explain sort of how you are connected to the world of the Autobots and Decepticons?
well, without giving too much away, my brother Robbie. Oh wait. me and my brother, something happens to us where we're in this cave and something happens where we get connected to the Transformers. Um, I can't say too much about it, but yeah, that's how we get connected to the Transformers through this like cave experience.
Nice, nice. I guess the last thing that I'll say is that when I first saw the trailer, I was excited. First I was excited for you because I was like, oh snap, I know her. Oh yeah, she's doing a thing. But I was also excited because we a lot of people say, especially in sci-fi, speculative fiction, representation matters. And I was like, you know what? I think that this is the first that I can think of between the movies and the comics and the animated series and even the animated movie, or I guess animated movies because of Netflix. Um, I think this is the first time we've had a black lead in front and behind the camera, meaning in voice and actual on screen. And not only do we get to see you on screen, especially with like the hair and everything, but also we get to see you as the actress representing. And I'm like, oh, this is dope. This is real cool. And I'm like, oh, see, Transformers making a little history now. You know what I'm saying? You and your castmate. I'm like, oh, okay, I see y'all. I was like, you know what, Hasbro? I take it back. A couple weeks ago, I talked about you put a toy out there that I wasn't too keen on. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have RC looking right, but now, you know what I'm saying? You brought it back. You brought it back. And I wanted to say, hey, that was kind of dope because when I saw it, I immediately contacted a friend of mine that loves Transformers. And I was like, hey, I think this is the first time we've ever had a black lead in front and behind the screen. Now, from where you stand, does that really hit you, or were you just like, hey, this is a cool thing, I want to do it, and then you were like, like I never really noticed it, or are you very aware of like, hey, I'm stepping into something that's going to like kind of be able to represent and last for a long time?
That was honestly the thing I really loved about the show, about how it was a black lead character, the front and behind of the show. And that's what I really love about it because I actually have two little cousins that are Filipino and black. And it's so funny because they can be like, now, oh, they're just like me. I can be like them. And I mean, that's just, I really love about that show. That's what I really love about it.
Cool, cool. And I'm excited because we get the comedy. We see, they're breaking the house when they're horse playing around. We get, of course, Mandroid. Hey, the name sticks. I mean, it's Dr. Meridian, but everybody seems to call him Mandroid, and even Optimus calls him Mandroid. But so I mean, why not? So uh, it seems like there's a lot of fun to be had in a role like this and a show like this. So I'm super pumped. I guess the last thing I'll ask, as far as Earthspark is concerned, is what is it like to step into that role, to do the voices? Like, how is it in the booth when you're kind of like doing the grunts and the yells and the screams and all of that stuff?
Well, when I booked the role, it was when COVID like first started. So I actually recorded in my closet the whole time. I didn't go in the booth, I didn't do anything. I was in my closet. And the experience, it was great because something I like to do with voice acting, I like to really act it out on the other side and really project my voice and stuff. So it comes out on the show and it comes out in my voice. And it's just really great overall because the cast is amazing.
Awesome. Hey, look, what the girl is so bad. She has a professional level closet that she can record. Like I just want y'all, like most of y'all closets, you got some old clothes and shoes with grass clippings on them, but she's able to record. Look, you're on another level. So of course, congratulations. I'm hyped for Earthspark. I can't wait to see it. Shouts out to Paramount Plus. You're look. You're on my nice list. You're not on the naughty list. You got Star Trek Prodigy. Shouts out to that. You got Star Trek Lower Decks. props to that. And now you have Transformers Earthspark. You know, we here. Because at first you was bugging, but now, hey, you're here. You brought back Star Trek. Now you're working on Transformers. We here, Paramount. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. Now, lastly, I'll ask about another role that you know you killed. I mean, you literally killed this year. Day shift. I mean, it's not. I guess it's dangerous for kids. You know, whenever your parents are just fighting vampires, but not only in this role is your parent fighting vampires, but you have two, I would say, well-known, legendary, classic. You know what I'm saying? Because we here, all right. Megan Good, Jamie Foxx, yo, we got love for y'all, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? But look, thank you for taking care of the young one, all right? Because those vampires was acting up. Now in Day Shift, you're in there. You got Jamie Foxx, Megan Good, Snoop. You got a whole bunch of, I hope, fake blood. Um, my question is, since you've been you know on the set fighting, beating people up, so you know we saw the end of the movie. Could you tell me real quick when you get to join the union? Are they or you don't get to tell me that, dude? I mean, are you going to join the union? Are we going to see some karate kicks? You know, some
I
chops.
can't say anything.
Okay.
I can't say anything.
Okay, so um, when it comes to Day Shift, you know, you're playing the youngster. One of the funniest scenes involved you. How was it filming the the I guess the car chase scene where you seem way more interested in your tablet? How what was that like?
That scene was it was very fun because what we actually did was we're on this crane. I don't know, maybe like 12 feet high, and the
Wow.
car was on the crane. So we had to get like a bunch of ladders and stuff and climb up in the car. So then when we filmed the scene, there was this big blue, I don't know what to say, big blue wall behind us. So the car was moving around and stuff. It was like a roller coaster, and I've never been on a roller coaster. So that was like my first roller
Wow.
coaster experience. It was really fun. It was really fun.
So you've never been on a roller coaster. Look, hey, guys, sometimes you flip, usually you ride roller coasters before you fight vampires, but sometimes you can swap it. Sometimes you can swap it. So I want to say thank you for your time and open up to you real quick. Is there anything that people should know about Transformers Earthspark before they sit down to watch it at home?
I think you should know is what I think you should know is to make sure to watch it in order so you can really get the storyline and what really happens in between the story, I should say.
Cool, cool. So good. That means that every episode matters, guys. Don't be trying to flip to the end. All right? I know some of
Yeah.
y'all be wanting to write y'all book report by reading the back of the book. It don't work like that. All right? Watch episode 1, then 2. Don't be trying to skip to like 1, then 5. Just watch them all. So thank you for coming through. Zion, if you will, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Zion Broadnax. And you can also find me on TikTok at Zion underscore Broadnax.
Where now, we got whenever we get out of a show, there's somebody who you can't tell him nothing. All right, he always got to come in and close the show. Come on. You like, come on. You can close the show. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying. All right, hey, say hi.
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 All right, so
I didn't met you before.
yes, you have met
Yeah.
her before. Yes. So all right, you gonna do the hand. You gonna close
You
them
don't
off.
want to do it?
All right, so usually what he does at the end of a live stream, he'll put his hand in front of the camera and close the screen. If you can do that, he'll do it with him. All right, you ready?
Okay.
But we be like 1, and then 2, and then we do 3 for it. So are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
I'll
All right,
do it.
you'll do it.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Okay. All right, and here's the real one. All right, here we go. And
We're both doing it.
all right, peace.